What is up? Oh my God. I, oh, Jack, I'm the same way, dude. Seeing that interview with him crying, like man, absolutely, just brutal. Jack, I know, I feel like we need like group therapy for AP. I mean, oh my God, I was so happy. I was getting so excited. Um, oh boy. So, I don't even know what to say, guys. I'm absolutely like, what a night. But oh my gosh, I'm devastated for poor AP, the American hero in Detroit. Oh, oh, and well, Sexton, he's got to know. But I'm gonna have to check the rules because this is the overreaction show. Sounds like Sexton jumped on a red flag. Now, is that going to be points or is that going to be positions? Um, I'd almost have to go to Johnny. Johnny's my rules expert, Johnny Hopper. Um, wow. Yeah, Utah does it. Ricky says what AP is going to say on the podium. Shut up, Ricky. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Ricky drives me crazy, and I don't know what the hell he was doing during the LCQ 450. I don't know if he had a lozenge in his mouth, but dude, don't eat on the mic. Come on, man. That's the most disgusting thing ever. I understand maybe your voice is bad. Maybe drink some tea, but chill down with the lozenge into the mic. It was killing me, driving me nuts. If you guys listen back to 450 LCQ, Grant, yeah, two positions, so that would be brutal. All right, guys, let's get let me walk through this. I see the Deegan Smith incident. Let's start with 250s. So we'll start with qualifying. We'll start with the Deegan incident. What was he doing? Actually, I don't want to be as bad. Um, oh, yeah, Dave Moto froze, huh? It happens. It happens to everybody. Yeah, I would laugh and say that will never happen here, but it might. Um, Deegan, that was not, oh, hey, what up, Marcy? How are you? Uh, I'm gonna get back to you on the Instagram, but I haven't yet. Got some questions about some racing stuff. So, but glad you're in here to check it out. Grant McCormick, he did a freezy. I don't know that it was a freezy. I think he really wanted. Deegan's young. I mean, think about 17. Bad you want to win. Uh, it's gonna be tough. I mean, I don't know if they had him and Smith don't like each other. There's some sort of an issue, uh, but I mean, it was hard racing. But you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't do that in heat race. But Smith's got to understand. Right now, this is Deegan's rookie season. He's had one heat race win in his life. He wants those really bad. Roto interviewed Deegan. Oh, I heard some interesting stuff. I don't know if it's true or not, but I also heard Deegan. There was some stuff in the pits. I don't know that Brian and Jordan may have gotten into an altercation. We'll see if it did happen. It will for sure come out. I don't know that it did, but there were rumors flying in a text thread that I'm in that they did have physical altercation between Brian and Jordan. It might be complete fabrication. I do not know. I could not get any confirmation. So we'll see. I would say that's a part like that. Yeah, I mean, and then in the LCQ, like he should have. I don't know. Yeah, Brian Moore, yeah, Daddy has to fight for him. Well, I would say probably not. I would say younger Deegan holds himself just fine out there on the track, and I don't know what happens in the pits. But on the track, little Deegan can handle himself. Like he's not afraid to be aggressive either. I kind of like him. He's got a little Barsha in him. I mean, he's not afraid to punt somebody if need be. But let's get back to the guy that won the race, Hunter Lawrence. I mean, he's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. I don't know how you could even be better. Like he's literally like a video, just whole shot, check out, ride perfectly, perfect form, perfect everything. It's almost so perfect it makes people not like him. I think his popularity is going down because he's so good. Nate Thrasher, um, Greg, yeah, press conference going on right now. They don't let me ask questions, so I'm just going live. So I go live and do my own thing. Um, yeah, but yeah, Nate Thrasher fighting his ass off. He wants to kill Hunter Lawrence so bad. Like you could just see, like his body language, and that's what I study a lot. His body language in college. I study it a lot now. Cooksy Mo. Um, yeah, I study that stuff and I watch like every time he talks about Hunter, you see like his tense up, like he gets this angry feel to him. It's gnarly. Um, Nathaniel, well, hey, I called both winners, but I mean it's pretty easy to call Hunter. I don't think that's a real. I don't think it's a real out on the edge there. I didn't really go on a limb. Um, Nate Thrasher looks good though. Hayden Deegan, and it's funny, Hayden Deegan and Jeremy Martin have that's quite a relationship, like quite a rivalry they got have that's quite a relationship, like quite a rivalry they got cooking. Um, I was texting back and forth with some of the guys at Club MX, and it was funny. I asked them to see if they saw anything with Brian and them, and they're like, "We don't care. We're just glad that Jeremy won the heat, and we're looking at improving in the main." I laughed. I was like, "Okay, fair enough." But they're absolutely crushing it. Yeah, it's easy to call Orange Brother for the win. That's yeah, that's it is what it is. Jeremy Martin though, he held on, got fourth. My boy Chris Blows held on to fifth. Tom Vial was knocking on the door. He was right there. Colin Park, Cody Schock, Henry Miller, Michael Hicks, Jason. Those guys had a battle royale back there. That was gnarly. How about Brock Pappy? Brock Pappy in 14th, guys. I'm going to try and get his dad on this week, and he's got some stories to tell. There were some people talking about Brock Pappy. They protested him at Loretta's. He had to prove his birth certificate, and then when he did prove it with the birth certificate, supposedly people are saying it's fake. I'm like, I don't think so, but I'm going to have Big Pappy on here, and we're going to do some talking and see. We're going to do some talking and see what exactly went on. That yeah, 14th for Pappy, and he qualified straight in there. Utah Desert Rider, give homie a like. Yes, appreciate it. Yeah, a like would be definitely appreciated. Helps with the algorithm. It helps replay it. But guys, I don't know, man. It's gonna be if that did happen between Brian and Jordan, even if it didn't, if I'm Jordan, gosh, you can't pick a fight with the Golden Child. You just can't. You need to just suck it up and back off because the team's going to go with what the future is. It's like a star quarterback going at it with the coach. The star quarterback just signed the big deal. They're going. Coach is replaceable. Smith's replaceable. Unfortunately, he's going to have to just suck it up and take the high road, or else he'll find himself off that team. And now to the 450s. Let's see what we got here. Well, we got. I don't know what's going to happen with. I mean, obviously, Sexton won the race, but I don't know if that's going to stand. It's going to stand. I can't remember. I thought they changed a rule. Yeah, Jordan Smith is in a bad spot. It's tough. How about Thrasher with that ACL? I would say if I'm him, I don't know if I'd even bother fixing it. It seems like he's okay. I don't know how bad it's really hurting him, but you can live without an ACL. I don't have an ACL. John Elway didn't his whole football career. Like there's certain people that can live without an ACL, and it's not like he's a running back or wide receiver and he's going to need it to cut. I mean, I might just stay without it. Yeah, hey, KJS Dennett. Sexton was given that race, in my opinion, 100%. But you know how many he's gift wrapped to other people? This dude has been owed a couple races. He's given about 10 of these races up on a platter to somebody else. So for him to get one back, that's reasonable. Good on him. And then how about Cooper Webb? Cooper Webb is fighting his ass off. Cooper Webb is really this title. I say right now, if I'm doing Vegas odds, Cooper Webb's my favorite to win this title. Right now, if I'm doing Vegas odds, Cooper Webb's my favorite to win this title. Tomac, I'm not a big fan of, sleep, like really you kinked your neck. Like, but I get it. He's a dad. Probably had kids sleeping with him, slept sideways. I get it that happens. I'm not saying he didn't. Yeah. And that was funny seeing Coop call out Sexton on the podium. He's like, "Oh, I just saw him." Yeah, that was pretty funny. You gotta love Coop. Coop just loves to needle people, just loves it. And I like that about him. And then Barsha, fourth. Hey, if there's any question whether Barsha wanted payback on Sexton, we got that answer tonight. He tried his hardest to kill Chase Sexton. I mean, Sexton covered that about as well as you could ever possibly cover it. And that's somebody who knows the racing situation. And I always say, like, hey, if Justin Barsha cleans you out, you didn't cover the line completely, because Barsha wants to kill him. He really does. But I mean, that's literally a lesson in what to do if Barsha's behind you, right? Exactly like Chase Sexton did. Roxon looked good. Yeah, he did better. Roxon looked good. Yeah, he did better. I mean, but that's honestly, like, I just think that's where he's at when it's not a really soft race or, something like that. I just think that he's the fifth place guy. Christian Craig, oh boy. Yeah, good thing he's got a 2-year deal. That's all. I'll just say that. Justin Hill, 7th place. How about Justin Hill? Man, those guys are really kicking ass for Team Tedder. Talk about good for the sport. There's a couple dudes that are just freewheeling. I've seen, both of those guys in the pits. I saw Justin at Anaheim too. I mean, when he probably should be taking a nap or resting in between the night show and that, out there just chatting with fans, shaking hands, kissing babies, just making sure. And there were no cameras. He just did it because it's the right thing to do. I'm a big fan of Justin Hill. Adam Cincerillo, God, this is like Chinese water torture, guys. Watching him do that it's just, he's got the talent. It's just his hand was numb. Torture, guys. Watching him do that it's just, he's got the talent. It's just his hand was numb. It's such a bummer. I mean, he could literally be right in the mix if his body didn't let him down. Anderson, woo, that was a gnarly one. I'm glad he's okay. That could have been really, really bad. And then the other Hill brother getting in 10th place. Good on Josh Hill. These guys, the Hill brothers, they're awesome. Hills are grassroots. And let's not forget, both of them have already retired once and come back. Both of them. And, Josh Hill's actually won a race. If they keep improving like this, I mean, we could see Justin Hill getting up in the top. He might get up and get in the mix on this stuff. And then our boy Plessinger. Plessinger back there. He ended up 13th. But didn't it feel like you just watched somebody punch Santa Claus in the face? I mean, it was not good. I mean, like this happy, jolly guy, and to see him crash, I heard, as soon as they said Plessinger down, I'm like, and I heard the crowd just explode. I literally, like, my heart just sank. I don't think I could have been any more sad unless it was like my own kid out there. Like, it was brutal. And then to see him, and you got to love Aaron Plessinger. Got to love Aaron Plessinger for not riding off, throwing a fit, doing the interview in tears. Like, as hard as that was the best thing in the world that he could have done. I mean, that's just a guy who understands people, the sport, the authenticity. That was raw emotion right there. He was sad. He was so fucking sad. Yeah, it was tough. But it was gnarly. So, all right, guys, that's it for the rundown. We got Seattle next week, and then we got a week off. That's a long haul, man, all the way back to Seattle from Detroit. But they get a week off after that, back to the West Coast. The East Coast guys get a little while. KJ, thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Here's a quarter cup of coffee. No, $4.99. Shoot, if I get it on sale, that's actually a full cup. I appreciate it, my man. That's awesome. Yeah, JD, that interview with Plessinger was one of the coolest things I've seen in a really, really long time. That interview with Plessinger was one of the coolest things I've seen in a really, really long time. And he's not a robot. I mean, he's got the mullet. He's a fun dude. I wanted for him to so badly win the race. KJS Dent, you come to the Arizona race. Absolutely. I will be in Arizona. My buddy Hopper lives out there. So we're going to go out, and Hopper and I are going to cruise the pits and, stir up what we stir up. Yeah, Hopper. Gosh, dang, he's a cool dude. He raced a Spartan race. I don't know if you guys have seen those Spartan races. I went out and cheered him on. I'm like, dude, he was trying to get me to do it. I just had knee replacement surgery. I'm like, I'm not doing a Spartan race after knee replacement. Damn. Yeah. Do you think this is enough for KTM to re-sign AP? L Racer 61. That's a great question. Do I think it was enough for him to sign? I hope so. Um, they've already got Plessinger. They want to keep Webb, and I don't know how you let Webb go if he wins the title. So maybe they do the three-man team just like they did with Marvin. They obviously proved they had the resources to do it. And then let Coop take off. I have to go back, check the tapes. I don't think we'll probably know until tomorrow, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not listening to the press conference, so I don't know if they're making a quick decision or they're going to take some time to review it. Either way, it always sucks when you watch a race, you see it finish, you think you know the results, and then you find out the next day they changed them. And plus, like, who wants to win? I mean, yes, you want to win, but nobody really wants to win that way. It's like kissing your sister, I guess. Like you just get it handed to you. Um, oh, AP will absolutely Scooty Puff. AP will absolutely get signed over Marv. Marv is the guy that will be out. But I'm saying that they could do a three-man team just because of that. Dozer Moto. Anyone else think Deegan got back on track too quick? Penalty. Um, I saw that. No, I don't think so. I honestly, I mean, yes, he went around. I don't think I'd penalize him. He didn't. The way the rule reads is you can't get on the gas. I don't think I'd penalize him. He didn't. The way the rule reads is you can't get on the gas. He didn't look like he throttled it. I mean, he slowed down, pulled the tear off, uh, and he didn't lose much time. But that doesn't necessarily. You just have to make sure you don't gain any time, which is kind of weird. It's this weird rule that we have in motocross where it's dangerous to turn around and go back. So you actually have a mulligan if you go off the side of the track. Um, Omaha. Deegan needs to be penalized for dirty riding. I absolutely disagree with my man. I do not want them. I'm a big fan of these guys out there. They know who rides dirty, and there's frontier justice. And you take guys out. You trust me. Nobody's buying Barsha dinner. They understand how he rides. I don't want them unless something gets really ridiculous where a guy's cutting the track, being lapped and taking somebody out. I don't think there should be any penalties, especially on somebody's first offense. I definitely don't think Deegan should get penalized. Jordan was actually trying to kill him when he crashed because he was pissed because of the way Deegan did him. Marcy, you think he made up time? Maybe. I'd have to relook at it. And I mean, I didn't think so at the time. I thought it was fine. I thought he made up the time right after he re-entered because I thought he outbraked Martin, in my opinion. Like I said, I have to rewatch it and see for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Dino, yeah, I don't think it was dirty, but it's a teammate and it's in a heat race. It's not for podium. It's not for win. It's a heat race. If I'm now, it's not dirty. I don't think the AMA should be involved. But if I'm team manager, I'm trying to play peacemaker out there. I go, guys, you cannot do this in a heat race. You guys both were wrong. Hayden, you were wrong for doing what you did, and Jordan, you were wrong for coming back at him. But I pay for all these bikes. I pay for all these teams. I pay your salaries. Don't do it again. If you want to ride, pro circuit or KTM that way, you do what you got to do. But you do not do it on the bikes that we both own. We ride each other clean. Best man wins, and yeah. So that's what I would say if I was the team manager. And if anything is true about Brian getting involved, I would say get the fuck out of the truck. You don't work here. We have your kid here. And if he's 17, but doesn't matter. He's a professional racer. Your dad doesn't just get out of the rig. You're out of it. We're talking to our employee here, not your, he's not your kid when he's at the racetrack. He's my employee. So that's what I would tell them. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes out. Yeah, Scooty Puff. They've been getting pretty close to each other. JD, I kind of like the tenacity of Deegan too, and he reminds me a bit of like Bradshaw. Hey, Omaha. Yeah, Brian does stick his nose in everything, and he definitely reaches, and he's getting to the point where, yes, I want to give him credit for getting Hayden to this point, but he's at the point where now he's actually going to cause him problems, and he's going to become a real pain in the ass of his career. It's already gotten to where like that was a big talking point when they first signed with Star is what happens when Brian and that circus comes around. Um, yeah, we'll see. Jamie Johnson, Brian's out there just to support his son. Yeah, probably. Matthew V, what up? Aloha. Um, no, yeah, I'm sure he's out there to support his son, but every other dad's out there to support their son too, and they're not getting involved the way that Brian does. So, yeah. A Street, I'm a Deegan fan. He didn't make a good decision tonight. I would agree with that. I mean, I think if he had made a better decision, he would have won the heat race. The real winner of that was Jeremy Martin. Smith's still mad Deegan got to Daytona. Well, there's always a bit of internal fighting on the team. You got the same equipment, the same bikes, but I'm sure there's no doubt Hayden is getting the shine. And these guys are human beings. It's like being in a household where a brother or sister gets brand new clothes and you got to wear your old clothes. Like that's kind of the feeling that Jordan and the other guys around Hayden, because Hayden's the new shiny toy. Hayden's the one. Hayden's the one that draws the attention. Hayden's the one that is so popular. He literally, I mean, he needs his own bodyguard, and I'm not against that. So popular. He literally, I mean, he needs his own bodyguard, and I'm not against that. Yeah. So I understand where the animosity comes from. Yes, 111 Hunter, the company man. That's a great dude. I'm going to use that. The company man. He literally looks like a company man. He does everything perfect. Stays out of trouble. I like that nickname, Hunter, the company man. That one, and for Chase Sexton, the Merchant of Speed. Yes, I like both those nicknames. Let's see. Ash Zarb tuning in from the land of down under. Good day, mate. I think that's it. Or shrimp on the bobby. Yeah. Omaha, Omaha. Do you think Tomac is hiding an injury? I don't think he's hiding it. I think he told us what it was. I just think he's a guy that when he's not feeling it, he doesn't ride hard. And whether he's the track's sketchy or his neck hurts, Tomac's not right. He doesn't go. I don't know. That's what I think he's doing. I don't see him doing much more than that. Dino, yes, Hayden is very, very popular. Holy crap, he's popular. I mean, that crowd cheers for him. He's going to be a lot of fun. I'm popular. Holy crap, he's popular. I mean, that crowd cheers for him. He's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about the fact that he's not afraid to Deegan. Even when Deegan stuck his front wheel in, he did so soft, and then Smith took him out, hitting the back wheel. I didn't see it that way. You're being awfully generous to Deegan, but if it was not teammates, I would say, Salty, peace out, my man. I'm just answering questions there. They're talking about Deegan. Let's see. Smith could have checked up, but he didn't. Absolutely. Tomac looks to be human. Yes. That was pretty funny. He is actually human. They said that on Race Day Live. I thought it was really funny, but all right, guys, I think I'm gonna get out of here, but that is my overreaction show. And I'm sure it's a little overreacted, but yeah. Yeah, I think it's all good. I think Tomac will be good, and we'll see. All right, guys, have a good night. Pour some